Hello, everyone, and what is up, Echo Master League? We've got some good games for you here on this Tuesday night. It is week 9 of season 4. We've got a triple header tonight. First, we'll be having Impermanence versus CRUNK, then Nocturne versus Lawnmower, then the Goonies versus the Omens. We were about to actually have a very interesting kind of scenario here. Mountainous was going to join us in the caster's booth. Unfortunately, one of his players wasn't able to show up. And so, we didn't have the captain of a team cast for us today. That would have been a really cool opportunity. Would have asked him some interesting questions, but alas, it isn't meant to be. Anyways, on Crunk, we have Gaga Goose, Swag Boy Gav, Zero, and Dave J. Tuck. On Wait, hold on one moment. Impermanence, we've got FDA, Mbeck, Sabo, and Mountainous. Sorry, something happened on my screen. All right. We'll be getting started here in a few seconds for the neutral joust. Obviously, very, very excited for this. Getting ready here for some Echo Arena, and both teams are out. It's going to be one here by Crunk. Going to be picked up here, though, by Mbeck, who's going to send that one all the way across. Picked up by Dave J. Tuck, who gets stunned out while trying to throw. Gaga Goose is going to send that one towards that Impermanence bubble. Picked up, though, by Mountainous. Mountainous is going to send that one forward to Mbeck. Mbeck going to just clear that one downfield in that Crunk bubble. And the stacks are coming out. It's going to be picked up here by Mbeck. Kind of a self pass, actually. Mbeck now just going to push up here. Going to take some space. Going to reset that one back to Sabo. Sabo now pushing up. Has tons of space. Driving in. And gets the 2 to start this game off for Impermanence. So very, very well played there on the offensive side. And Finn, who do I got winning? I'm not very sure. Both these teams are very close in ranking. Krung has been rising up. They've changed a lot of their play styles. They've had a lot of roster changes. So I'm very interested to see how that plays out here. It's going to be Dave J. Tuck sending that one over to Swag Boy. Up to Goose. Goose now going to send that one back to Swag Boy. Going to cross the one over. Intercepted, though, by Sabo. Sabo going to get around 0 there. Going to send that one down. Fast stacks coming out. And FDA has the open 3. And I will go grab some water real quick. All right, and we are back. Let me just put on my headphones here real quick. So Mountainous is going to have the disc here. 5-0 lead here for Impermanence. Sabo's just going to wait here with the disc. Going to cross that one over to FDA. And it's a really good start here by Impermanence to start this game off. And, 7-0 lead. That's nothing to scoff by, especially only in 2 minutes. So we'll see how this Crunk team is able to respond. But they're going to need to start moving. Get that disc downfield. Just got to push it into the other half because as we've seen, as long as you get into the other half, clears become infinitely harder for the defending team. And oh no, Dave J. Tuck's pass is going to bounce off of Bowtie there. It's going to end up in the hands of Sabo off the miss from Mbeck, I believe, or FDA, I'm not really sure. And Sabo's going to try to cross that in for FDA, but cleared out here by Swag Boy. Swag Boy's stacks are coming out. We'll see who reaches there first, and it's going to be a big scrum here, but slap forward by Sabo. Sabo's kind of slap ends up in the hands of Mountainous. Mountainous going to send that one down the right tunnel. It's going to bounce up some geometry here. Goose ends up picking it up. Going to cross that one mid for Swag Boy. Swag Boy now going to push up here. Taking space. Very open. Going to pass the one in for Dave J. Tuck. And those are going to be Crunk's first points here of the day. Good sequence there and good counterattack here from that Crunk team. But, we'll see what this Impermanence team is able to do. Now that they have an offensive joust, we'll see their set piece offense. It's going to be Mountainous here. Just going to take their time. Big front stack there. Oh, no. And it looks like, I think that was FDA who missed the grab there, picked up by Swag Boy. Swag Boy going to dodge around both Sabo and FDA. Going to send that one up to Goose. Goose under heavy pressure, just going to elect to reset that one back to Dave on double diamond. Going to send it back over to Goose. Goose looking for a pass over to Zero. Zero looking for another pass over to Goose. Goose for the shot. And that's going to be 2 here for CRUNK, shortening that lead down to 3. And now suddenly it's a 1-possession game. It just was 7-0. So we'll see how the rest of this game plays out. I really like how both teams are playing. Their offense has been really good. Defense, they still need to warm up a little bit. It's going to be Mountain. It's going to send that one up to FDA off the pass from Sabo. Or no, actually, Mbek. And it's grabbed, though, by Swagboy. Swagboy is going to send that one all the way across. Going to clear that one out. Picked up here by Goose. Goose trying to go for the 3. Stopped by that shield, though. Ends up working as a self-pass. Goose, tries to shoot it. And Zero able to clean it up. It was basically a 3v1 in the net there. And the lead is reduced to 1 here for CRUNK. Very, very good rally here from CRUNK. They've been absolutely providing lots of pressure. And, they just have gotten into the other half. And now what Impermanence really needs to focus on is limiting those turnovers. Mountainous is going to pass the one over to Sabo. Sabo now just going to elect to slow things down here. Going to wait for the play to develop. No pressure at all. Just going to go down this right wall somewhat. No pressure. Now getting pressured by Swagboy, though. FDA going to pass that one over to Mountainous. Mountainous! Dave tries to save it, but only gets a headbutt in. And that's going to expand the lead out to 3. And this game looks to all be about the offense, and the offense. So very, very good stuff here from both teams in terms of their offensive ability. And really the team who's going to win, they're going to be the ones who lock on defense. It's going to be Swagboy. Going to try to send that one up. Intercepted by Sabo. Sabo on double diamond. Now going to push up. Going to pass that one off of Valley there. Picked up by Mbek. Mbek has the open 3. Mountainous, they're able to clean it up off the miss, and the lead is expanded here to 4. I definitely need some water. All right. Stay hydrated there, folks. Sponsored by water. All right. It's going to be a CRUNK offensive joust here again. There's around 4 minutes left in this round. Gaga Goose and Swagboy are going to go for a dribble here. No, actually, it's going to bounce weirdly off geometry. Cleared out by FDA. Fast stacks are back for CRUNK, though, but they end up missing here, actually. Picked up by Mbek. Mbek looking for the cross. No, goes herself and gets the 2. And it's going to be a 7-point lead here for Impermanence. Very, very hard for CRUNK to, bring that momentum back here later into this round. But, they came back from 7-0. So, anything can happen. All right, it's going to be CRUNK here again with another offensive joust. It's going to be Dave down to 0. Zero's pass gets a little bit deflected, but he's going to slap it forward. Picked up here by Swagboy. Swagboy going to send that one mid to Goose, who's going to reset it all the way back. Nobody there for the reset, though. And it's just going to float around for a little bit. Stacks, I assume, are coming back, but Dave is there after quite a bit. Dave is going to slow this one down, pressured by Sabo. Dave is going to pass that one up to Swagboy. Ends up missing slightly, though. Picked up here by FDA. FDA is going to pass that one mid to Sabo. And it looks like the Impermanence players are in position over to Mountainous. Mountainous tries to go for the shot, but it's off the ding ring. And the fast stacks are not very fast right now. But it looks like everybody's kind of playing solo here. Mbek now with the disc. Going to be pressured here by Swagboy. Going to pass that one over to FDA. But FDA is going to miss the grab there. Picked up. Oh, no. I thought Zero would pick it up. And it looks like FDA will pass the one over to Mountainous. Mountainous loses control of the disc, though. Kind of a disaster here for both teams. And it's going to be a big scrum. Cleared out by Swagboy. Going to bounce into that popcorn region. Just going to bounce harmlessly there, though. Goose ends up picking up. Gonna presumably clear this one down. Stacks are coming out. Picked up, though, by Sabo. Sabo's gonna send it the other way. Stacks for Impermanence now are out. And FDA is gonna grab it and has the open 2. And that's going to be a 9-point lead here for this Impermanence team. Very, very impressive performance here by this Impermanence team, especially on the offensive side. A little bit shaky here and there, but they're able to keep control and able to get those points on the board. It's going to be 0 here. No, it's going to be taken by FDA, and FDA has the open 3, and I think that's going to seal round 1 here in favor of Impermanence. The gap is just too much, and they're going to be leading by 12. Big three there from FDA, wide open. Can't have those mistakes off the offensive joust. You know, we see this time and time again from multiple teams. It's all about the offensive joust, how you get yourself started. That really sets the tone for the entire possession. And Zero and Dave J. Tuck here are going to go for a dribble. And Dave J. Tuck is going to pick this one up. Another dribble. Zero ends up picking it up. Going to cross that one over to Goose. Goose has going to drive in, actually gets around Mountainous. Tries to go for the bounce shot. They're going to bounce off of Clock, though. And harmlessly into the hands of Mbeck, though. But Zero picks it up. Oh, stunned down. And it ends up going backwards, actually. Picked up here by Sabo. Sabo going to clear this one down. Going to bounce off the floor there. Picked up by Goose. 30 seconds left in the round. Picked up here by Mbeck. Mbeck going to elect to slow things down. Going to reset that one back to Mountainous here on Double Diamond. And Mountainous is going to take some time, but Goose ends up taking it. Going to try to clear this one down. Maybe some last second points here. It's going to bounce off the backboard there, but Mountainous is there to grab it as time winds down. And, you know, might as well do a self goal there. You know, maybe some MMR loss from that, but, you know, if they end up winning. But, you know, that's all good. So it's gonna be 18-8 here in favor of Impermanence. Very, very well played from them. And you know, just great stuff. All right. Let's read off some stats here. I don't know if the stats are still broken on the streaming package where us casters and everybody in the booth are trying to fix that. Like in the production team. We're trying to fix those issues, but yeah, actually, not really all of us, but you know, it's mostly Dana. So actually, it's all Dana. But you know, shout out to Dana. But anyways, it's gonna be 2 for Gaga Goose here, 0 for Swag Boy, 2 for Zero, and 2 for Dave J Tuck. And um, it looks like Swag Boy is gonna be subbed out here, or maybe is rejoining. But FDA with 10, really the impact player here on Impermanence. 2 for Mbeck, 2 for Sabo, and 2 for Mountainous. Timeout here taken by, I presume, let me check Spark here. It was taken by CRUNK here. So CRUNK took the timeout. They're just going to recalibrate here, figure out what they want to do heading into round 2. Just retool, rekit, and rearm. We'll see what adjustments they make and how Impermanence responds to them. Just looking at the players in their respective areas right now. So yeah. Any thoughts in chat right now about the game or anything, or are we gonna keep our silence? Because I know chat usually is pretty silent. All right then, keep your silence. You know, very, very well played here from both teams. Remember, guys, that today will be a triple header, so we'll be having 3 other games, and Mountainous will be joining me for those other 2 games. So yeah, very excited for those next games. But you know, Impermanence versus CRUNK, Caster v Caster here, Mountainous versus Gaga Goose. I'm always with Gaga Goose in the Caster's booth, as we all know. And Mountainous, he was just here. We almost had him casting, but one of his fellow team members was unable to make the game, so he had to sub in as the captain, you know, team leader right there. And I'm just watching these guys mess around in their respective areas. Looks like both teams are just messing around here. Maybe CRUNK is retooling a bit more than Impermanence. Impermanence is definitely having some fun there in their area. They're doing some patty cake. It looks like I think Sabo and FDA are doing some patty cake. Mountainous and Mbeck are having a very pointed conversation here. Very intense. And looks like FDA, I don't know what maybe the L sign right there. Yeah, Mbeck and Mountainous having a very heated discussion here. Nah, I don't know. Can't hear them. Actually, I can unmute here. Yeah, no, they're definitely having a discussion. Um, yeah, looks like CRUNK is definitely strategizing, and looks like Impermanence is mostly just messing around. All right, looks like the unpause is coming out. I heard that actually. So looks like CRUNK is ready. We'll see what they bring to the table here in this round two. Adjustments have been made. And we'll see. We're going to be headed for a neutral joust here any moment now. Actually, they called the timeout pretty early, so we have around 25 seconds. But anyways, is there anybody in chat here today? Is there anybody? I can see some viewers, but no chatters today. Very, very silent. We got H Penny. Shout out to H Penny, by the way, for camera operating today. He's the GOAT. So yeah, appreciate you providing some camera work today, and always taking the time out of your day to camera operate, because it takes a while. All right, we're headed here for a neutral joust. Very, very excited for this one. Obviously, very important to set the tone here for this round two. Fast stacks are coming out. One here by CRUNK, though. Gaga Goose is going to be on this double diamond. Gets stunned out, though, by Mbek. Mbek, oh, stunned out right back by Zero. And it's going to be big scrum for the disc. Picked up, though, finally by Goose. Goose going to send that one over to Shiny and Dave. And it looks like Swag Boy has been replaced by Shiny. I didn't even realize that. FDA is going to clear that one down the right tunnel. Going to be in that CRUNK bubble. The fast stacks are coming out. And it looks like it picked up by Mbek. Mbek is going to slow this one down, back up a little bit, waiting for her teammates to get into position here. Mbek just dodging around, going to pass someone up to Sabo. Sabo now driving in, tries to go for the shot off the ding ring, though. And it's picked up here by Sabo again, actually. So it works as a self pass. No, it's taken by Gaga Goose. Gaga Goose going to pass the one to the fast stack of Zero and Dave, but it ends up bouncing off Bowtie there. And a missed opportunity there. Fast stacks are coming out for both teams. Picked up here by Mountainous. Mountainous now going to slow this one down. Just waiting for his teammates to get into the right positions for an offensive opportunity. Going to reset that one back to FDA on double diamond. FDA now pushing up on Bowtie, just waiting, pump fakes twice, and then pass it up to Mountainous. Mountainous now going to try to back up here, actually. Going to pass one over to Mbek, and Mbek with the two. And, great offense here by Impermanence, and it looks like CRUNK is definitely on the back foot here. It's going to be a CRUNK offensive joust here. We'll see what they're able to do. A little bit slow off the release on that bottom, or maybe it's intended actually. Zero is going to have the disc, going to pass that one up. Ooh, deflected there slightly. Sabo ends up picking it up, but stunned out by both Dave and Goose. Big scrum here. I hear a lot of stunning. Zero, actually no, it was FDA who has the open three, and it's a 5-0 lead here for Impermanence. CRUNK definitely needs to make some adjustments, need to figure out what they want to do. I'm pretty sure that CRUNK is undefeated so far since they retooled their whole team and, made some roster changes. So we'll see how, maybe they're headed for their first loss today. Don't want to say that just yet, but, definitely. Oh, and it looks like Shiny will get stunned out there by Sabo. Sabo going to pass that one intended for FDA, but going to miss it. Picked up here by Mbek to recover it for Impermanence. Mbek now getting pressured. Going to pass that one back to Mountainous. Mountainous now just going to wait around. Going to head towards that bow tie area. Going to pass that one up to Sabo. Sabo now driving in down to FDA. Great save there by Dave, though. Dave going to clear that one out. The left tunnel fast stacks are underway. It's going to bounce off shield there, and it's picked up by Shiny, who misses the open three wide left. That could have been a game changer right there, and it's going to end up in the hands of Mbek off the clear by, I'm not really sure who. But yeah, Mbek ends up grabbing it, going to pass the one up to Mountainous, and it's an open two. It was only Zero back, and it was basically a 3v1 in that CRUNK half. Similar start here to round one, 7-0 lead here for Impermanence. And Impact Gods and Queon, welcome. Glad to see some people in chat. It's going to be Dave here at the QB position, going to push up to Bowtie. And I agree with you, Queon. You can't let those wide threes, sail by. And as I was looking away, things happened. It's going to end up in this Crunk bubble. Embeck drives in and gets the two. Embeck is absolutely popping off in this round two. And she's just balling. She's in flow state right now. And it's going to be a 9-0 lead here for this Impermanence team. Yeah, Crunk is going to have to figure out what they want to do midway through this round. Still a lot of round to play, but they're definitely on the back foot. And Shiny's pass there ends up bouncing off the left tunnel. And the shot there from, I'm not really sure who. It's going to bounce off of Shield, though. Cleared out here by, I believe that was Shiny. Fast stacks are underway. Picked up here by FDA. FDA going to send that one over to Mountainous. Mountainous inverted. Going to pass that one up to Sabo. Sabo now going to pass that one. Oh, try to go for a bounce three here, potentially. Ends up missing. Picked up by Zero. Zero now with the disc. Pressured by Mbeck. Going to send that one back to Dave. Dave now going to send that one back to Zero, but it's going to bounce off geometry there. The fast act is there. Zero stunned out over to Mbeck. And Mbeck is just absolutely balling out. It is her day today. 6 points in this round two, 11-point lead in total for this Impermanence team. And Crunk is looking for answers in this match. It's going to be Dave here. Going to send that one over to Zero. Zero going to send that one up to Shiny. Shiny stunned out, though, by Sabo. Sabo going to send it the other way over to Mountainous. Mountainous going to pass that one up to no. Just going to wait a little bit. Now, no. Just going to take it himself. And it's 2 from Mountainous. And it's a 13-0 lead here in this round two with around 4 minutes left to go. At the pace that Impermanence is scoring, this is looking to shape up to be a near mercy. But hopefully Crunk can get it together, get some fast plays. Oh, and double headbutt there. FDA ends up picking it up. FDA going to pass the one up to Mbeck. Mbeck tries to go for the shot. Going to bounce off the ding ring, though, I think. And it's going to be picked up. No, I thought Sabo would get it, but stunned out by Goose. Goose tries to grab it, but ends up missing it. Goose now stunned out by Mbeck. Mbeck going to pass the one up. Oh, bouncing off shield there. Actually, it works as a pass to FDA. FDA now driving in. Going to pass that one down. Ooh, I thought that was going to be a pass down to Mountainous, but a great shot by Mountainous. A backhand kind of full arm shot there. And it's going to be 15-0 here in favor of Impermanence. And Impermanence is just absolutely laying down the law. Very dominating performance from them. Very, very well played. And, Crunk, they just need to figure out what they want to do in these last 3 minutes. It's still possible technically if they get a bunch of threes, but they need every second. And it looks like FDA will end up taking it. It's going to be back over to Sabo. Sabo and Mountainous are stacked up. Goose ends up getting stunned out there. Sabo and Mountainous dodging every single Crunk player. What is going on? And it looks like Sabo's going to pass someone up to FDA. FDA is going to try to send that one down. Ends up in the hands of Dave. Dave now going to send that one in the direction of not really anybody. It's picked up here by FDA. FDA now pushing up. Taking space. Stunned out, though, by Zero and Shiny off that fast tag. Oh, no. Shiny ends up missing the grab. It's going to be FDA over to Mbeck. Mbeck driving in. Stunned out, though. Picked up by Mountainous to recover it for this. Ooh, Mountainous trying to go for the bounce shot there. Recovering it for that Impermanence team. And it's going to float back towards that midline area. Picked up here by Sabo. Sabo now going to try to push up here. Pressured by that fast stack. Going to pass that one. Ooh, a bounce pass intended for Mbeck. Actually ends up in the hands of Mountainous. Mountainous is stunned out, though, by Goose. Goose is going to send that one forward. Bounces off of Double Diamond. Zero ends up picking it up. Going to try to send it back towards that midline area. Picked up by Shiny. Shiny's kind of, I'm not really sure what's going on. Shiny going to try to clear that one forward. Picked up by Mountainous. Mountainous going to go for a bounce pass here over to FDA. FDA getting headbutted there by Zero. And it's going to be Mountainous who ends up recovering it for this Impermanence team. And Mountainous getting stunned out, though, by Shiny. Shiny sending out both Sabo and Mountainous. And attempted clear that, picked up, though, by Mbeck. Mbeck going to pass that one down to Mountainous. Mountainous now going to push up. Just saying Mountainous a lot. All right, it's gonna be Mountain. It's gonna reset one over to Mbeck. Mbeck here on Double Diamond. Now moving up towards that left tunnel area. Gonna pass the one over to Sabo. Sabo now just gonna cross the one over to Mountainous. Mountainous gonna try to pass the one over to Sabo, but a little bit too much pressure there. Shiny now ends up taking the disc, gonna clear that one out. Ends up in the hands of Mbeck on Double Diamond. Gonna pass that one up to FDA. Sabo takes it from FDA. Ooh, attempted Joker train there, but not really sure what happened. Zero ends up picking it up. Gonna send that one all the way down. Fast Acts are out. Picked up by FDA. 1 minute left to go in this match. And Mbeck tries to go for the shot there. Ends up off the ding ring. Ooh, headbutted there by Mountainous and FDA. Picked up by Sabo. Sabo now driving in, messing around. Taken by Mountainous. And Mountainous, 19 meters per second. Score there for 2 and 17-0 here for this Impermanence team. It has been a very, very dominant showing by this Impermanence team, and they're definitely going to be moving up the rankings. CRUNK here now in the final seconds. Gaga Goose and Dave. Oh, interesting stuff there. Picked up by Mbeck. Mbeck now trying to go for the angle there. A little bit of a very tight angle there. And it's going to be picked up here by Sabo. Sabo now going to go for the shot. And it is over. Actually, under a mercy. I thought it ended on time, but it actually is going to end on a mercy. So, yeah, very, very dominant performance here from Impermanence. 13 points for FDA, 11 points from Mbeck, 10 from Mountainous, and 2 from Sabo. And, you know, everybody on that Impermanence team just kind of participating in that absolute domination against CRUNK. And perhaps maybe we can get some of the players here in the caster's booth. I'm not really sure. All right. So we will be headed. Yeah. Very, very good here. Next game will be Nocturne versus Lawnmower in around 10 minutes. So make sure to stick around. Yeah, the stats are wrong right now. They've been wrong for a little bit. Goose, we saw that. Whoa, the ticket will be saved, so don't worry about that. Well, we'll handle that if it happened. So yeah, very impressive win here from Impermanence. They'll be looking to continue that in the future, and I'm expecting big things, you know, out of them in the future. CRUNK now was on the rise. I expect them to continue on that rise, even though they lost today, and you know, I'll definitely see them in the future. You know, CRUNK has always been there, kind of one of the eternal teams here in this season 4. So thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, thank you. Yeah. Oh, I'm just reading chat here. Yeah, it's a mismatch with the game, Dano. I think it has to do with I think it's going based on the round and not the full game. Unless that's what's intended, I'm not sure. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys stick around for the next one. It has been a pleasure casting this match. And it's Finn here on the mic with H Penny here on cam. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you in 10 minutes.